From the moment you wake up, you are navigating a series of high-stakes interactions. You deal with unpredictable bosses, negotiate chores with toddlers, and manage the complex expectations of your friends. It is easy to make a choice in the heat of the moment, only to realize later that a different word or a different bet would have changed the entire outcome. Most of us are just guessing at the right move. This is where we apply game theory. It is the study of how human interaction can be reduced to mathematical formulas, allowing us to calculate the optimal choice for any given situation. By internalizing a 4-step framework, you can move past the guesswork of social life and rely on strategies that are mathematically designed to win. The first milestone is generating immediate, unearned trust. We do this by utilizing conventions. Social conventions are agreed-upon societal rules that exist solely to reduce uncertainty. We drive on the right side of the road not because it's inherently better, but because knowing everyone will do the same prevents a collision. In a social setting, shaking hands is a convention. Physically, it is a meaningless action that provides no tangible value to the participants. However, initiating the expective greeting triggers a very specific mental mechanic. It immediately bypasses your opponent's initial social defenses. You are signaling that you follow the rules, which prompts their brain to default to cooperation. Many people skip these rituals to save time or get straight to the point, but doing so is a strategic failure. Without the convention, trust levels remain at zero, and every subsequent move becomes more difficult. Adhering to basic conventions provides a baseline of cooperation, creating the environment for complex negotiations. Once you have established trust, you must navigate the negotiation. This is best understood through the ultimatum game, where one person splits a pot of money and the other chooses to either accept it or reject it. Math suggests a 99-to-1 split. Rational opponents accept one coin over zero, but human spite ruins this. If treated unfairly, they'll suffer a loss to ensure you lose too. The optimal strategy is a 55-45 split, fair enough to guarantee the deal closes. Pushing for a more lopsided win makes it much more likely that your opponent will choose mutually assured destruction just to punish your greed. Real-world strategy must factor in irrational human emotion. A slightly smaller guaranteed win is always better than a mathematically perfect offer ending in total loss. Step 3 is assessing the scope of the game. You must determine if your interaction is a one-off event or part of a repeated cycle. The game show Golden Balls is a perfect example of a one-off interaction. Two strangers choose to split or steal a jackpot, often lying and manipulating each other until the very last second. In a single game with no future consequences, the math is clear. You should always steal. Ruthless betrayal is the rational way to maximize gain in isolation. But your life is not a game show. Most of your social interactions are repeated games. You deal with the same coworkers, the same family members, and the same neighbors every day. When you know you have to face the same opponent tomorrow, the value of a single betrayal today drops to zero. A short-term win isn't worth a long-term breakdown in cooperation. While stealing might win one encounter, maintaining a successful social network. A final milestone is adopting the tit-for-tat protocol, a strategy designed specifically for winning repeated interactions. First, niceness. Always start by cooperating. Second, retaliation. If they defect, hit back immediately to avoid exploitation. Third, forgiveness. Hold grudges for only one round, then return to cooperation. Finally, clarity. Consistent behavior is impossible to misunderstand, forcing people to treat you with respect. If you deviate from this, you fail. Being too aggressive leads to endless cycles of revenge. Being too forgiving makes you a target for exploitation. An immediate eye-for-an-eye response combined with instant forgiveness is empirically proven to maximize benefits for everyone involved over time. You now have a framework for social navigation, using conventions to build initial trust, 50-50 splits to bypass human spite, and tit-for-tat to handle continuous loops. Put these frameworks to the test. Initiate the next handshake. Negotiate a fair split in your next project. You cannot control your starting stats in life. Your intelligence or your wealth are often decided by luck. But you can use these mathematical strategies to shift the odds in your favor. The math is on your side. Subscribe for more strategic insights and start making the optimal move every time.